So I notice people go through incredibly powerful transformations when they come into the course. You must have noticed this. I mean, it's just got more and more remarkable, hasn't it? You know, what do you make of that?
I always find the last graduation seminar incredibly moving, because endless stories about how cranial work has changed people's lives. So people do the course for many reasons, but one of the big things and one of the hardest things when you're attempting to work in the healing profession is meeting yourself. And that's one of the big processes we explore and support people through a journey of personal growth. To meet the projections and stories and fears that get in the way of you being present for someone else. To be present for someone else, you have to learn to be present to yourself. We have some very rich teaching material around meditation exercises. Your book on Body Intelligence Meditations, is it called? I think is a really wonderful piece of work that come out of our teaching experience.
Yeah.
And giving people a chance, a real structure about somatic meditation and coming into a sense of safety. And then out of that rich sort of work is practicing staying present to yourself and being able to be present for someone else. And even if you don't go on to become a craniosacral therapist with a practice, that's a life skill that you can use to negotiate all the struggles of life and interactions with difficult, challenging people.
Yes. Yeah, it's quite a journey, I think, coming through the training. I mean, it's like, it's just 10 modules and it's over 20 odd months, but actually it's quite intense in a way. And people go through the most remarkable sort of ups and downs, and the way the therapy has become this process-oriented phenomenon. And obviously students go through that as well. And then at the same time, there's this learning space, which is kind of very open, I think, and I don't think we're sort of dogmatic, and it's like an open exploration.
Absolutely, and I think there's
I love that.
Different courses go in different directions, but there's a chance for a really rich exploration, real intellectual depth, I think, and satisfying models around how pain works and trauma works and what's an emotion. And also an attempt to meet the mystery of life and acknowledge sort of, I call it embodied spirituality, but the sense of we connect to ourselves, connect to others, connect to nature, connect to mystery. And a chance to directly experience that. So through my relationship to myself, relation to other people, and then trying to feel into the space around us, what we call a relational feel. There somehow enhances our sense of who we are. We can include more in our sense of self. And that generates all sorts of interesting belief systems, and we try and create an open space without imposing a form of spiritual belief, but really just an inquiry into the mystery. What is it to perceive, and what is it to know, and what is it to try and facilitate that in someone else? And that's very, very rich, and leads us endlessly into interesting discussions and places based on the experience of people continually trying to create a space where we're meeting something more than just a narrow, conditioned human being, but something that expands, that includes their history, but also their relationship to the world as it is around them right now.
Yeah, stunning.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. How do we do that?
Yeah. Well, it's just fun. It just naturally emerges from people inquiring into health, I think, and with this philosophy of non-doing, but being present to a body.
Yeah, kind of spontaneous and intuitive in the relationship. Yeah, totally. Yeah. I like what's occurred really over the 10 years the program's been going, where really we've given permission for tutors to be who they are, because I think we both recognise you are a unique expression of biodynamic work, and therefore how people teach is they need to teach from where they are with it.
Yeah,
I really like that.
Most courses will have a range of senior tutors, 2 or 3 I suspect, and I think we've really learned to celebrate that different tutors bring different things to a course, and actually that's really, really valuable.
Isn't it?
Things I get really excited about and I know annoy the hell out of some other teachers, and we kind of allow that. We do have a structure, and there's, there's core material I think we've laid out, and we've learned how to teach in a variety of ways. But within that, we can allow contradictions and allow a sort of an ability to find your own truth and answer to those mysterious questions with this deep ongoing practice of touch and relationship and meditative awareness.
Yeah,